I think I've realized that I used to always think that I would only make videos when I felt there was like the energy there, or I felt like there was a huge spark there. I would put a lot of pressure on myself to make like great videos, uh, and or what I thought was great, and it came from like this pressure, like this internal pressure of like trying to please like the viewer or give people some amusing or entertaining or funny or whatever interesting, insightful, intelligent, profound, all this like all these words, sort of content. And like the truth is, man, I mean, I guess I've just struggled with looking at my videos recently because the truth is they're starting to seem like performative to me, and I don't really like that sort of frequency coming off of me. I don't like the energy coming off of me when I watch it back. Even though I don't feel like that when I'm making the video, I don't feel like I'm being performative or something. I don't know. I feel like it's like authentic, but then when I watch it back, I'm like, you're just a lesbian. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's this weird, like, sort of. I feel like feel it, just like your identity's kind of changing, or I don't know, something weird. Something weird's going on, but I don't have the way to articulate it yet. But anyway, the takeaway is that I just want to make videos without being so like performative or putting so much pressure on myself to make like a great video every time I make a video. You know what I mean? Because it ain't that deep. It ain't that serious. It's just YouTube. It's just YouTube, bro. Like you're just posting videos for a few thousand viewers. I mean, it's not nothing crazy. So I'm just whatever. Um, so currently on a good streak, as you guys know. Feeling good. It's been a clean streak too, which means no edging. I haven't edged at all for 31 days, which is really good. I know that's not a lot. It doesn't seem like a lot, but for me, I don't think I've ever done that. Definitely want to get a lot further, but it's a good start. Obviously, getting off of coffee, I think that caffeine in general, just I think that helped a lot. I don't think that was really doing my dopamine much favors. Um, it was just too harsh, just too rough. I don't think it aligned with everything else that I'm trying to do. So just stone cold sobering it now, and now off the caffeine, like really, and no edging. So it's been good, dude. I think like the edging kind of really fucks you up. Like if anybody's struggling with your streaks or anything like that, I would recommend like look at your other habits. Um, I, get rid of all the other habits. Obviously, don't drink, don't smoke, don't do nicotine, and the coffee or caffeine. Yeah, I don't do caffeine in my opinion at all. And then edging, like you feel like I always used to feel like edging would help me, like it would help me satiate my itch to look, or it would satisfy that dopamine sort of um, gra- grasp for dopamine. You know, you feel this dearth of dopamine, like you're in a dopamine desert, and you're just like, I just need a little bit. Like I just need a little something. You know, you're literally just scratch it, like, hey, you gotta need dopamine, right? You gotta need dopamine, and it's not good because you can't. In my personal experience, I've never been able to, coming up on 2 years of doing this, I've never been able to stop myself. Not never. Maybe, God, like a handful of times, but I mean, we're talking the percentage rate of you looking at stuff, like trying to edge, and that not turning into. And those edging, bro, like those edgings are terrible because it's like you're on there for, because you don't want to ejaculate, the edgings even last even longer, bro. If you were just gonna sit down and look at some porn and just like jerk it, I mean, you're done within probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Dude, if you don't want to ejaculate, you make that shit last for hours. It's crazy. And then the longer it lasts, bro, you're done. You're done. You're toast. You got no shot. You got no shot. I've never had a shot. I've never had a shot if it ever went more than like an hour or something. I'm done. I'm done. So I'm done. So, bro, like it's like, so I think I heard from a dude, another YouTuber a long time ago, where like lust is kind of like a door, and the door is closed, and you always want to keep the door closed. And like any sort of little thought, you're remembering things, images, videos that you've seen over and over and over again, certain stars, and anything that you think about, it kind of creaks the door open a little, and you start to it primes you. Like the relapse happens way before the relapse actually happens, right? So, you know, when you let that door, when you creak it open a little bit, um, you know, the devil starts to peek in. You know, he starts to peek in, and then if you open it up a little bit more, he can stick his foot in. And then, I mean, when he has his foot in, it gets a little harder. And then you start, if you ever pick up the phone and you start looking at the sites, then basically you're basically just opening the door. And once the devil's inside your house, you know, he's fucking pissing on your rug, he's taking a shit on your couch, he's fucking trashing your kitchen, he's fucking banging your girl in front of you. and it's just, it's done. But then what you do is basically what you're thinking is like, you think that you can stop yourself. You think like, Lord help me. You know, like you're edging and like you're looking at this stuff and you're just like, Lord help me not do this. Let me put down the phone. And God is just gonna be like, yo, like you let the devil in your house, and now you want me to save you? Like now you want me to save you, bro? You let him in your house. You had all these chances and you let him in your house, you let him fucking do all this stuff. Now you want me to save you? So it's like, you know, you made your own bed. Now you got to sleep in it, sort of thing. So it's a great analogy. That's not original to me. You know, that's some other stuff that I've heard, but but it's yeah, the relapse happens way before the relapse actually happens. But so it's just not good to edge, I guess, is basically the main takeaway from this video. Is edging is really like the death of you. um, and to get off of it's difficult because semen retention is almost, I don't even really think it's so much, especially if you were addicted to porn a lot. It's like, um, it's basically just dopamine. Like you're a dopamine addict. So the trick is you want to. It's kind of like you just have to get off of dopamine, and like the more you're kind of feeding yourself with harsh injections of dopamine, it kind of doesn't help you. It doesn't help you with this. Um, so yeah, it's just been good. Obviously, I've spoken before about like the permanence. Like this is how you become like permanent, like changes to your internal state, which is really where I think all your true um, power and energy and your ability to uh, just be what you always wanted to be, or be the fullest version of yourself. It all starts. It's all internal stuff. So uh, I just love the permanence of this that you get from doing this. You don't have to. We're taught, all of society makes you believe that you have to. It's all material stuff. So you have to like get good grades, and you have to go to a right college, and you have to say all the right things and not, go against what the professor wants you to say or write, um, or in the workplace, it's all about playing the game. It's all political. Everything's political, right? So the game is everywhere. It's all about who you know and how to schmooze and how to play the game and marketing and all these things. And all that stuff is external to yourself. It never tells you to look inside, to turn it backwards. Uh, and That's why I really love this, because everything's permanent. You doing this, you become just you become real. You become real, undeniable. You become a high energy, very high energy person. And that's actually like true. That's like the true source of life, of power. I mean, power, I don't like to use power because it's a little, has negative connotations, but power in a good connotation. Uh, it gives you knowledge, gives you insight, all these things that can't be taken away from you. It's permanent. They can't be taken away from you. Once you have it, you have it. A car can be taken away from you. A house can be taken away from you. Money can be taken away from you. Women, your family members, your loved ones, they can be taken away from you. Everything is temporary. All external things are temporary in this world, and they're not actually yours. You can't take them with you. But your internal stuff, I think you actually do. You actually do take that with you. I think this is like a soul level. This is a part of you that's everlasting, and you're making changes and upgrades to that part of yourself. And that's the part of yourself that's like truly powerful out in the world, where like you can really, you're just different. You're just different, and people know it. And uh, yeah, there's so many people out there that are just struggling. You know, they have a low energy. They're so low energy, and they're in survival states. Um, they're very unhealthy. They look unhealthy. They have all these terrible habits, whether it's like food addiction or alcohol or nicotine, drugs, meds, sex, porn, masturbation tools with women. Like everybody has these escapes, and they have these ways of coping with life, and life is here to life is here to teach you. Life is here to teach you. It's here to mold you. It's you just the whole point is just not to run from it, not to just to let it do its thing. That's the whole point. You just let it do its thing. Nature nature will make you unbelievable if you just let it. But nobody wants to let it because it's painful. Because it requires pain, it requires suffering, it requires not feeling good all the time. And people just want to feel good all the time. Everybody just wants to feel good all the time. Oh, I feel bad. I feel, let me take this or pop this or drink this so I feel good. But then the problem is it doesn't address why you felt bad to begin with. So then when that wears off, whatever you just took to make you feel good, when that wears off, you're still going to have to deal with that problem. And now it's even worse because it took energy that you're already lacking, to produce that feeling, that temporary feeling of good in yourself. And so people are just literally just draining themselves of core energy, and then they wonder why they never get better. They always feel like shit, or they can't get ahead, or their life isn't going the way that we want. And it's like your life would go the way that you want if you just endure the pain. Just life, you have to accept a certain amount of suffering. And if you can accept a certain amount of natural suffering, that when you walk outside your door, things are not going to go as planned. Things are not going to go the way that you want them to. Things are not always, people aren't always going to be nice to you. There's going to be problems that arise that you're going to have to solve. Things are not going to be fair. All these things that we deal with, all these difficult emotions. Life is just it's just a molding session. It's just a sculpting session, and nobody wants to. Life is literally just trying to sculpt you into this perfect sculpture. That's all life is doing. It's trying to sculpt you into a perfect sculpture. And all you have to do is just let it. Just let it. Stop distracting yourself and taking things and running but nobody wants to let the sculpting happen. You don't want to get sculpted. You want to stay like this weird blob, like in block, and that's kind of ugly and disfigured, and what even is that? People look at it as like, that's not art. That's not art. If you would just walk outside your front door and just have faith that your difficult emotions, all these difficult things that are coming up inside of you, everything that's going on in here, every part of all the bad aspects of who you are, all the stuff that's underneath, all the subconscious, every time you step outside your front door, you get a chance to drudge that up and process it and understand it and control it and harness it. And every day we get a chance, and it's like nobody wants to do it. They're just like, oh no, this feels bad, let me let me fucking drown my like, yeah, it's just, people are wild out there, bro. And the thing is, if you would just let life sculpt you and like mold you, then like you end up feeling very good, like way better than any sort of drug that you could take. It's a different feeling. I'm not saying that like, if I took heroin right now, it wouldn't feel absolutely amazing, right? It would feel probably way better than my current state right now. But the thing is, that's a temporary thing. The way that I feel right now is like enduring. It's all the time, right? So it's good, but it's good all the time. And then, if I was like a heroin addict, I wouldn't be able to go out and deal with all the stresses of life and be able to manage them and think through them and handle them better and better and better every single day and manage my emotions better and better and better every single day and channel more and more energy. I wouldn't be able to do that. Uh, and with this, with staying sober, being stone cold sober, that's what you're able to do. You're able to just, it's incremental. You just get better and better and better at dealing with life. And so life can hand you more. Eventually, you get to a certain point where things, you're just, okay, that you're just breezing through life. Okay, so life hands you more. Okay, now you've leveled up. Now you get this on your plate, all this stuff. So, um, people feel like they can't manage life and all this stuff, and I can't pay my bills. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough this. I don't have a girlfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. I don't, my car broke down. My this, my that. My cat died. All this stuff. These things would become less and less an issue or of such uh, significance to you. They wouldn't make you so down and emotional and, oh God, woe is me. They wouldn't do these things so much if if you were taking on everything, if you had years up until this point of like taking on everything that's been happening to you, sober, just dealing with it, sitting in the fire. It's a constant process of like, you understand that like these things just, they don't really hold as much sway as you think that they do. And and that these things are really, a lot of these things happen because it's like they're trying to teach you, um, like, hey, they're like lessons of things go wrong. They're like lessons of, hey, this is something you need to look at. Like things are going wrong. This is your opportunity. This is your chance. This is your chance to deal with this soberly and think through it and handle it. And then when you get home, don't escape. Don't take the edge off. Don't take a load off. Don't, you know, it's an opportunity to like level up. It's an opportunity to show life that like, okay, I can handle that. And then things start to kind of turn for the better, but difficult to, this stuff is difficult to describe to most people, um but yeah, dude, I feel good. I'm just hoping that it continues. I'm just trying to keep the door closed, just staying very vigilant in my mind, and um trying to stay off. I don't watch short form content at all on YouTube, and YouTube is the only app that I use. It's the only app. I don't use any other apps. YouTube, and then I try to stay off of YouTube, really. I mean, I might watch like one or two videos a day, but I try to stay off. Mostly I just listen to like Gojira and Meshuggah and Vidyartha, and I'll just put sports on mute, whether it's like women's volleyball or baseball or football or something. I do women's volleyball because it's a way to like humanize. I think it's a way to like me to humanize women again. You know, it's good to, and I make sure to keep my eyes like above. You know, like I only look at their faces, and I'm not looking at their. I used to look, even when I was doing semen retention, I used to look at their spandex. Like I would just look at their asses all the time, bro. That's just priming. I was just priming myself. I was just digging myself a hole. Next thing you know what I mean. It's all about, you really got to covet what you're looking at, or you got to filter what you're looking at. You got to be very cognizant aware of what you're looking at. Even something like that, even something just like women's volleyball, just looking at girls in spandex, it's not good. Um, but yeah, it's a way for me to like, it's a healthy medium between uh, real life women who will ruin my life, in my opinion. They would just ruin my life. And I don't think I'm ready for them yet. Um, if they're in the cards for me at all. If they're in the cards, so be it. If not, whatever. But it's a healthy medium between that and the hub, seeing all that crazy stuff. It's a way for me to sort of get um, sort of a healthy exposure to women in a way that I can sort of control, you know, because I'm not like a real flesh and blood woman. No, I'm just not. I'm not ready. I'm not ready, bro. I'm not ready, and a lot of them are. There's just I don't think it would ever. Like I've said before, like I just don't think it can really happen, and I don't know if I'm the right person for that, and I just don't. That doesn't seem like a main quest storyline at the moment. But also the hub is not at all. I mean that's terrible. And ideally work towards maybe the flesh and blood. So women's volleyball is a healthy medium. I can look at their faces and see them kind of they're human beings. They're not just bodies. They're not just sluts. They're human beings. Got to work my way back. You know what I mean? It's been 16 years, man. 16 years of looking at the hub, dude. ED for 12, something like that. 13. It's been, it's just been, it's just, you know, it takes a while. It takes a while to get out of the forest, but anyway, I gotta go get my food. I think it's here. I ordered some mezza. Nice, healthy food. Healthy bowls. All right. That's it. That's the video.